San, his first involvement, and Al-Mbakti in defence. Guillermo Ochoa, selected for 5 World Cups. It's the 3rd he's actually played in. And Mexico are making 4 changes tonight, restoring Edson Alvarez to the team, Henry Martin as well, and Jorge Sanchez in defence, and bringing in, interestingly, Orbelin Pineda to play as an attacking, creative player. They need that, don't they, Landon?
They need chances and they need goals. What they can't do, absolutely can't do, is concede a goal early to this Saudi team, or it's probably curtains for Mexico.
Wonderful spirit among the Saudi side. They've been together for 2 months. Played numerous friendly matches and did have an advantage really on most of the other squads who had to assemble pretty hurriedly as league seasons were suspended around the world. Both teams' colours are green and white. It's Mexico who have the green shirts tonight. And they just have to be better than they've been so far. They've looked punchless, frankly. First time since 1962, in fact, that Mexico have failed to score in their first 2 matches at the World Cup. Remember, they've got to the knockout stages in the last 7 World Cups. Only Brazil can match that. In fact, Brazil can better it, in fact. And every touch of the ball by Mexico is being booed by the hordes of Saudi supporters.
And it might be by some of the Mexican fans, too, with how these first 2 games have gone.
Same towards Lozano. Him and Vega have worked very hard to try to make things happen for Mexico. But they don't really have a goal scorer in the camp. The problem is that Raul Jimenez, their #1 striker, is only just coming back from a long injury and can only be used in cameos so far. Martin. At least it's an early effort on goal from Chavez for Mexico.
Nothing wrong with that. Try to test the keeper early. No problem for Mohamed Al-Weiss.
Thunderous noise around this arena of Saudi with Sherry try to launch an attack. Saudi's star man is definitely their #10, Salam Al-Dosri. Scored against Argentina, but did miss a penalty in the other game against Poland, which would have taken it to 1-1 in the end. Poland won it by 2-0. It's left them chasing things a little bit. It's Al-Dosri playing it back. They've got Al-Hassan playing in midfield for the first time. Sherry didn't get hold of it, not really.
It's going to take something special to beat Memo Ochoa from there, and that certainly wasn't it.
They went with 5 at the back against Argentina and just left Vega and Lozano up front in that game. That didn't work either because Lionel Messi broke the deadlock. But it's a more promising start, and Vega's got an opportunity here. It's a wonderful save by Al-Weiss.
Massive chance. It's exactly what Mexico needed early. Vega running off the ball. And a good job by Al-Weiss. Come out and make himself big. But that was the start Mexico needed.
Absolutely no problem. It's all there for Montes, who's a stylish defender. Nothing really wrong with the way that him and Moreno have played back there at this World Cup. The problems have been further forward.
It's hard to imagine Mexico can advance if they're going to miss chances like that. You need an early goal and start putting the Saudis under pressure. That was a big miss by Vega.
Just needed to dink it over the goalkeeper. Of course, we always say it's easy from here. Landon, you know differently, of course.
Well, it is always easier from here. We saw a similar early chance from England last night. Fortunately for them, they were able to still put 3 past Wales, but it's a much better Saudi team than the Welsh team.
Alvarez looking to just feed it through, picked up by Chavez. He's done okay in midfield for Mexico at this tournament. Been busy. Edson Alvarez was dropped for the game against Argentina. I think that shocked a few people. I don't know whether he's had a fallout with the coach, but he's only been picked for 2 of the last 8 Mexico games, and he's a star player at Ajax in Amsterdam.
It's a bit bizarre, but he's in the biggest game now where it matters, so tells you how Tata feels about him.
Hit long by Moreno, looking to spread the play. Here's Hervé Renard, who's been saying how proud he is of his players, and he thinks that the world believes Saudi Arabia couldn't play the way that they've played at this World Cup.
Bit of complimenting himself there, I think. They were no good until I got here is basically what he said.
Well, there's a grain of truth in it, in fairness to him. Renard translates as fox, by the way.
Fair enough. Al Dosri, a little bit of an awkward fall there.
Yeah, they don't want him getting injured. Key
No,
man, and he's been down there a while now. Key figure. He got a winner against Egypt at the 2018 World Cup. That was a bit of a dead rubber game, really, for Saudi Arabia, because they got hammered 5-0 in their opening game 4 years ago by the host Russia. But a World Cup goal is a World Cup goal. Al Dosri got one in that tournament and this one too. They'll take their time, making sure he's okay, and let's hope he is for the sake of the spectacle here. Moving a bit gingerly. Let's bring in the 3rd member of our team today, Rodolfo Landeros.
Thanks, Ian. Well, I know for a fact that Edson Alvarez wasn't happy that he didn't get any minutes in that game against Argentina. And Tata Martino basically said he wasn't the type of player that I needed for this specific game.
Gallardo's ball in. Goalkeeper waited, didn't go for it. Vega picks it up. He goes down. And there was indecision in that Saudi defense there.
The Mexicans are certainly piling on the pressure. This ball from Gallardo is so good. The bravery in front of goal from Henry Martin. Just a second late, but in the end, also brave by Alois. Keeps the ball out of the net.
Definitely the better start from Mexico. That was Martin going in for it. He's been restored to the starting lineup this time. They did try to tweak things for that Argentina game. Laid off by Ferraz. And here come Saudi Arabia with Ambakti. And the cross shot. They couldn't keep it down and balloons over the bar. There's been some talk. Some of the players have said that this ball being used for this World Cup does tend to do that, but it didn't really sit there, did it, for the kind of shot that he was looking for. It was Cano, and here come Mexico at the other end. But Diego Forlan had no problems that year, and certainly Marcus Rashford had none, hitting that free kick last night for England. But there haven't been many free kick goals. Here's the long serving Moreno. Did go out of play on its journey, that one. Michael Oliver, by the way, is the English referee in charge of things here. His 2nd game of the tournament. Tata Martino, who has already said going into this tournament he thinks he's public enemy number 1 in Mexico. Hammered away by Gallardo. Keep you up to date with developments in the other game if you're glued on this one, because the two are kind of interdependent. No goals at the moment. Poland and Argentina, who, as things stand, are the top two in the group. Poland 4, Argentina 3, Saudi Arabia 3, Mexico on 1. So Mexico have to win here, and they really have to hope that Poland can beat Argentina. Vega. Chavez to spread the play to Sanchez. And now Lozano, promising from Mexico. He's overhit the cross, though.
That's an understatement. Good run into depth by Chucky Lozano, but he just got the service wrong. They had numbers in the box. Tata Martino talked about that this week. So we need to get more numbers in the box. We create chances.
Kanu with the flick on for the Saudis. Sherry now. Well, that'll definitely be a free kick. Montez across to the 34-year-old Moreno. There's Gallardo.
And Ian, the Saudis are really committed to playing with a high line. Leaves a lot of space behind their back line, but they're true to it. They stick with it, and Mexico need to threaten that and get behind them as often as possible. Saw that against Argentina. They, into the 70th, 80th, 90th minute, they just stay to it. They're true to it. It's hard to play against, but if you do beat it, you're in on goal, like we saw with Vega on that early chance.
Forward by Al-Bakti. Al-Hassan through the midfield here. It's quite a run from him. They'll get the free kick, will they? Yeah, right on the edge of the box.
There's so much value in having a player who can pick the ball up in midfield like Abdul Hamid does here and just run by players. And in the end, Luis Chavez has no choice but to pull him down. A big opportunity here for the Saudis. We saw last night with England putting players at the end of the wall. The Welsh goalkeeper couldn't see the ball. Saudis not electing to do that, giving Memo Ochoa a sight line, which makes it a lot easier for Ochoa.
Oh, and it's fizzed over the top in the end.
Well, Memo Ochoa glued to his line there.
Cano with the effort.
And Cano about half a foot too high from putting the Saudis ahead.
Mexico in their 17th World Cup. There's never been one in all those years where they've failed to score. Is Gallardo. Saudi Arabia had a great qualifying campaign as well. They were drawn alongside Japan and Australia, but sailed through, and you've seen those countries show how good they can be at this World Cup already. Australia earlier on, shock qualifiers from their group. Martin on the chase, but the goalkeeper very quickly out, Mohamed Alawais.
You're going to see this over and over tonight, Ian. Mexico trying to break that back line, but again, the Saudis committed to staying high. It worked that time.
Hangout going in for the header. Martin looks to flick it on. They've got a bit of pace and drive through midfield. We've seen that already, Saudi Arabia. Still goalless in the other game. Poland, Argentina. Chucky Lozano. And Saudi Arabia will get a free kick. Is there going to be a card as well? Yeah, there is. Edson Alvarez continues the argument, and Michael Oliver, in no uncertain terms, tells him to go away, please.
Edson Alvarez claiming it's his first foul. But what he did is pretty egregious, and Altan Bakhti took the brunt of it. But I think it's the right call by Michael Oliver.
That was the earlier free kick taken by Cano. Good one, really, not far off. That, by the way, the 14th yellow card that Edson Alvarez has had for his country. All this time, of course, is being added on, and somebody worked out the average. The average time added on is 11 minutes and 52 seconds at this World Cup.
That's total over the two halves?
Over the whole of the tournament so far, yeah. And they've got 3 people measuring every stoppage as well. The VAR man, the 4th official, and the referee himself, who can feel if there's any gamesmanship going on. Pierluigi Collina, who the referee supremo, is absolutely committed to the idea that there should be more playing time in the matches.
Well, that's pretty evident so far.
Yeah. Whether that continues into league football when it resumes, we'll see. Tomorrow on Fox and FS1, Groups E and F finish up, starting with Croatia against Belgium. Belgium having to win that. Canada against Morocco. Coverage beginning 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific for all of that.
We'll be there for Croatia-Belgium tomorrow.
Yeah.
See how Belgium responds to a pretty tough situation right now.
Yeah, Belgium denying there are rifts in the camp, or at least their goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois does. Still 0-0 in that other game in the group. And Argentina's defeat against Saudi Arabia needs them to come up with something tonight as well. Moreno to drop it in long behind, but there's no real problem at all for Al Gardam to come into the side tonight. He's an attacking type of wing back, and that's how they're using him. Al Gardam, he won't reach that one though. Mexico still searching for that cutting edge that they found so elusive.
So in addition to Tata Martino saying they needed to get more numbers in the box, he also said we need our fullbacks high and aggressive. And both Gallardo and Sanchez are almost along the Saudi back line right now with 3 central players. So you have almost 5 along the back line at times.
Jesus Gallardo.
And that's why, Ian, it's hard for the Saudi back four to deal with all three numbers centrally and get out to the wide players. So look for more long diagonals to the outside backs. And then balls in front of the goal, which is the other thing Tata Martino said.
Chavez. Edson Alvarez. Towards Lozano. Not quite latch onto it, the Napoli player. Sanchez, in fact, had got forward the right back down that side. Well, he's seen so much in his long career, hasn't he? He knows the music he'll have to face when Mexico go home, and it will probably, in all reality, mean the sack, I think, if Mexico go out without a whimper tonight. He was 60 on Sunday. Wouldn't have been the happiest birthday, I don't think. Hope he enjoyed it.
Probably not.
Probably not. Saudi Arabia know that a win will take them through. No matter what happens in the other game, if they can achieve that tonight. It's quite an incentive. They've only ever once before got through to the knockout rounds, and that was when the United States staged the competition in 1994. A brilliant solo goal in that campaign by Said Al-Awaidan. A Maradona-like goal, an iconic goal. Came back, they gave him a Rolls Royce and called him the Maradona of the Arab world against Belgium in Washington, D.C. Check it out sometime if you can find it. Sure you can. It's an unbelievable solo goal, a run from his own half.
Well, I scored in a World Cup. Why don't I get a Rolls Royce?
Maybe you did, I don't know.
No, I promise you I didn't.
The thanks of the nation, that's enough, I think, Landon. Once again, a forward run from Gallardo. Lozano cutting it across Mexico, and now Pineda is coming to the side tonight. Martin couldn't quite reach it, and Saudi Arabia gratefully, and another long-range effort. Chavez, isn't it?
Yeah, the ball falls to Luis Chavez. Really difficult technique to keep that down. Does a pretty good job just keeping it on target, but that's not going to bother Alois.
Chavez still looking for his first international goal. His 12th cap tonight. Don't forget, Team USA is in the knockout round, as if you wouldn't have known that by now. They're facing the Netherlands in the round of 16. It's on Saturday. It's on Fox, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. So set your watches for that. Al Gardam to Cano. Totally domestic base, this Saudi Arabia squad. Most of them from Al Hilal, who've been the Asian champions in 2 of the last 3 years.
And they look like it, Ian. A lot of teams we've seen in this tournament look disjointed, disconnected in how they play. The Saudis are cohesive, you can tell. They spend a lot of time together.
Chavez to Pineda. Hoping he can be a spark point for them tonight. Orbelin Pineda. Chavez again, and that diagonal ball. And Sanchez unable to take advantage. Back in by Lozano. And then Pineda just took the heat out of it, the little deflection, didn't it?
Excellent defending in the end. Pineda lines it up. Not one, but two Saudis putting their body on the line. I think Al Amri was the one who got the little touch. Made it easy for Alawice.
This is a bit better from Mexico tonight. They've obviously been working all the time in training on trying to engineer more openings. I noticed a lot of the warm-up was, well, certainly for the attacking players, was shooting practice. Al Amri. A miscue by Jorge Sanchez.
It's interesting, those two are just isolated by themselves out there on the touchline. Normally you expect your fullback to be more connected to the center backs, but they were just sitting out there by themselves.
Still goalless, Poland and Argentina in the other game in the group. That would suit Poland, or enough for them. Robert Lewandowski and company. It's a loose clearance, really, and they got away with it, as Vega couldn't make the interception for Mexico. It's Alexis Vega again. Chavez to spread the play. Lozano's cross. There was an opportunity there. And Saudi Arabia get the block in, but Mexico again, they are knocking on the door. Pineda again with a diving header.
Fantastic service. Pineda's been really good joining in and getting into the box. Just got that one wrong. Tried to head it backwards instead of on goal. Mexico threatening.
What a noise in here. Could sense even outside what it would be like in here tonight. Gallardo. I'd describe it as manic, Landon.
I hope. It was really fun coming in here.
Tez with a nice switch of the play to Gallardo. It's another tempting looking ball, but goalkeeper is in charge of that.
Really good service on his weak foot by Gallardo. Just a little too high. But again, you see all the numbers making the effort. Edson Alvarez even that time joining.
Moreno's down. The yellow card is issued to Cherry.
There's a look at it. Hits him in the eye.
This is the Pineda effort. Just seemed to get ahead of the ball almost there.
Yeah, couldn't quite get it on frame.
Pineda, who plays in Greece for AEK Athens, a club who formed as part of the Athens Electricity Board.
I guess I've heard it all now.
That's what he's in there for, to provide a bit of spark.
Very good, Ian. Very good.
Al-Amri. Velas looking to help it on, but nobody really in support. Reminder that everything will be rounded up if you missed anything today. World Cup highlights, special guest, in-depth insight in World Cup tonight on every night, midnight on Fox. Really has been a fan festival. A lot of supporters been going to more than one match a day, which is a bit on the expensive side, but it is doable the way things are set up here. Pineda helps it on. Lozano was the player chasing.
Good defending in the end by Al-Bulehi.
Stays down, needing a little bit of treatment. Is it me, or has there been more injuries in this World Cup? The physios seem to have been on the pitch a lot.
Yeah, it's tough to say if it's injuries or players staying down, going down. I don't know.
But as we've said, it's all being added on.
I was
anyway.
just going to say, all we know is that it's adding a lot more minutes to the time we're in the stadium here.
Ali Al-Bulehi is okay again. Another of those Al Hilal players. Goalkeeper, by the way, taking his goal kick now. He's number 2 for his club, but number 1 for his country. So Hervé Renard is in disagreement with the bosses at Al Hilal about relative merits. Made a big save early on from Alexis Vega, which would have calmed Mexican nerves a little. Al-Ghanem working up by Pineda. He's been lively on his introduction tonight. But that was interesting, because Al-Amri went across to have a word here, and he was ushered away by his teammates. Just get back to your defensive post quickly.
Be happy you didn't get a yellow card.
Yeah, get off the scene. Not a bad idea, that.
Leave the scene of the crime. Smart.
Goalless here, goalless between Poland and Argentina. Days like this, the top 2 would remain unchanged in the group. Poland, Argentina going through. The winners of this group will be playing Australia. We know that in the round of 16. The runners-up will be up against France. So that is a bit of a difference, with all respect to the Australians, who've been fantastic. I can only imagine the celebrations in Sydney and Melbourne, Perth and Brisbane and Adelaide, around that country, with their amazing win tonight against Denmark. Chavez here for Mexico. And Pineda again. This time Kanu got a challenge in. Chavez is taken out of it and stays on the floor. Michael Oliver was only about a yard away. He's not pulling out a yellow, not by the looks of it.
I think the Saudis got away with another one there. Oh, there he is. Well, perhaps that was to the Mexican player. We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, Ali Al Hassan in the book this time. Oh. He's coming to the side because Al Malki, who played in the last game, is suspended after 2 yellows of his own. Might have lost his place anyway, gave away that second goal. Chavez to curl it in. Chavez again. Not been shot shy, have they? Mexico. That's obviously part of the dictate, isn't it, from above tonight?
Well, they've just been so poor in the attacking part of the field. Really got to throw caution to the wind and try anything. But they need a breakthrough if they're really going to have a chance at putting more goals up.
Six shots already from Mexico, 3 on goal. That's an improvement. They just need to put one in the goal. Could be an in-swinger or an out-swinger. With 2 men there. Will be the out-swinger. All the way back to Gallardo, who might have had a touch more time.
They clearly saw something while scouting the Saudis. Gallardo makes a late run into the box. It's a really difficult technique when it's bouncing like that. Just couldn't get it right.
Just wonder whether there's going to be a substitution. Yeah, looks it here from Saudi Arabia. Looks like Riyad Al-Shadahili will be coming on. Late addition to the squad. Midfield holding player. That's been a fragmented half, hasn't it?
It's been very stop and start, yeah. I'm guessing there's going to be quite a bit of added time.
Let's go down to Rodolfo, who's got more on the substitution.
Well, Boulaye did his best to continue in the game, but before the Mexico corner kick, he signaled the bench, I can't go on, please sub me. So that's why he's going out, and Shadahili coming in his place.
Thanks, Rodolfo. And that change is being made. We're getting a sign that there's a possible penalty review going on, but that may be some false information. Poland, Argentina, still goalless at the moment, but a possible penalty in that game. So, okay, we've been having that information put on our screen, but it's information from the other match. Chavez, Sanchez, now Lozano. Abdelhamid, the player who went down, he made that great run earlier on. There's an Argentina penalty in the other game, which Lionel Messi is going. Alvarez is happy to give it away, and I can tell you that Messi's penalty is saved by Wojciech Szczesny, his second penalty save of the tournament. The Polish goalkeeper, he saved one against Saudi Arabia too. Well, there's a turn up.
Wow. Wow.
Stories everywhere you look. Long throw towards Ferraz. Well, Lozano and Martin were on the chase there. Martin was being held back as he made his run. It's a very physical game, this, between these two. Lots of fouls, a fair few injuries. Al-Amri. Now Al-Ghanem. Kanu was stopped in his tracks. Argentina missing the chance to really put one foot, you'd think, in the last 16. Had Messi put that away, but he didn't. Still goalless here. Mexico still searching for their first goal of the tournament. Pineda. Another foul. I just wonder whether we're going to get a red card here tonight.
Yeah, it feels that way, Ian. And again, Saudi Arabia a little bit fortunate not to get another yellow there.
Well, they're going for the shot from even that far out. It's the best part of 40 yards Chavez hit that from. Lozano, good spin from him. And here's an opportunity for Mexico. And again, it deflects behind. He's been alive wise. Pineda.
The turn from Chucky Lozano is excellent. Gets his body low outside of the foot. Spins the Saudi defender. Another corner for Mexico.
Chavez to play it in. Were some stories circulating around town today of Mexican supporters selling or giving their tickets away, that they couldn't bear to watch the team one more time after the disappointment so far. But many more are here, and I think they're probably appreciating the effort their team is putting in here to try to make something happen. Edson Alvarez. Up on again by Pineda. Jorge Sanchez is coming forward at every possible opportunity from right back, and Gallardo from left back as well to join the attack. Mexico needing to win here and hope Poland beat Argentina, which is still possible because that stays goalless as it is here. Can't really get outdoorsy into the game on that left-hand side so far, Saudi. Barris again looking for the flick on from the long throw. Free kick is given for the foul on Al-Amri.
And it's the right call by Michael Oliver. Once Al-Amri leaves his feet, any little nudge is going to throw him off. Henry Martin, clever there, but he got caught.
Frantic pace, 125-mile-an-hour game this, with any number of bruising challenges. Gallardo doing well enough, getting it back to Ochoa. Chavez to spread the play. Lozano. Can be a box of tricks. Wouldn't quite break from Martin to help it on. His Vega. Just wanted a little bit too much time, maybe. The gap closed. Gallardo fizzes it across. Chavez on the volley. Blocked. Back in again by Montes. The goalkeeper elects to punch. Just about did the job with that. It wasn't the most convincing punch.
It's just all so hectic with Saudi Arabia. Mexico continuing to pile on pressure. Here's the last cross. 3 Mexican players offside. Vega had a big chance there, and he didn't want to put it on his left foot. Cut back to his right into the Saudi defenders here. A good job by Kano keeping it out.
Mexico without a win in their last 4 World Cup matches. That's their worst run since between 1930 and 1962. 6 minutes of added time. Thought it might be more.
Thought it'd be a lot more. That was surprising.
Certainly Messi not scoring with that penalty, and Chesney's save in the other game is good news for Mexico. They certainly wouldn't want Argentina winning for the maths of the group. Pineda. Mexico need all the stars to align for them tonight. Cano to get it away. Al-Sheri.
Just an unnecessary tackle here from Cesar Montes. You have a team under pressure. You have numbers around the ball. Stay on your feet. Don't dive in. Keep the pressure on. But that relieved the pressure for Saudi Arabia.
Montes of Monterrey, one of 5 players from that squad in the Mexico squad for this World Cup. The last time Mexico failed to qualify from the group was back in 1978 in Argentina, when they lost all 3 games and conceded 12 goals. But they did score at that World Cup.
Although my hairline would suggest otherwise. I wasn't even born then.
Get the tapes out. It's the ticker tape World Cup, that one. Most of the games were played, certainly the Argentina games, with all kinds of confetti across the pitch. It was an amazing sight. As Pineda, but the free kick is given by Michael Oliver, who's been calmness itself amid the frenzy around him out there. Away goes Lozano again. Another poor cross. Truthfully, he was a player. They thought he was the next big thing, didn't they, when he was a kid, Lozano?
He has flashes of brilliance, just not been consistent enough, both for club and country. He's had a good first half, Ian, but ultimately it's not led to anything substantial for Mexico.
Whistle's gone in the other game. Half-time is goalless. Poland-Argentina. 1 goal could change a lot at either venue. Sanchez with the header. Lozano to help it on. Pineda's played very well on his introduction to the team tonight. There's an opportunity here for Ferraz, who goes down, looks at the referee. Michael Oliver not interested.
And what an important intervention by Jesus Gallardo. He read the play, then ultimately made the play and the tackle to keep it 0-0. Just watch here, Ian. He senses the danger. Quickly back in. Really important intervention.
It's an Alvarez. Grew up at the famous America Club in Mexico. Nothing wrong with the tempo or energy Mexico are putting in this tonight, but still they can't find that goal. Ferras having on towards Al-Sheri. Chavez got it away from him. Al Hassan and then Al Dawsri. Kanu thought he was going to hit that. Probably should have done. Al Ghanem getting the cross in, and the header goes wide of the post.
What a chance this is for Al Hassan. Arrives late into the box. Just got the header wrong.
This is absolutely frenetic, isn't it, this game?
It's just crazy. I'm wondering, as the game goes on in the second half, Saudi Arabia know they need to get a goal at some point. They haven't really looked too keen on throwing numbers forward. The other side, Mexico have to go for it. So I think we're going to see a really open game.
All of it amid a wild atmosphere. The whistle had gone from Michael Oliver at a quite strange time, really, with the ball apparently in mid-air, but it doesn't matter. It is goalless at half-time between these two. Mexico trying everything they could, but they still can't get that elusive goal. Saudi Arabia had a couple of moments of their own here, but everything still to play for tonight in Group C. Half-time here at the Lusail. Saudi Arabia 0, Mexico 0.
Bah, humbug. My signal is totally ghosting me.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing phone.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, all on us. That's a value of up to $1,900.
Wow.
And there are unlimited plans for everyone, starting at just $35 a line. It's our best deal of the year. Get the network you deserve and the savings you want, only on Verizon.
Hey.
Well, it was what they deserved. Cesar Montes, well-timed run across the near post, and just a cheeky little flick with the outside of the boot. Henry Martin arriving in time. He's not going to miss from there. And game on, Ian. Here we go.
Henry Martin is the Mexican hero. They brought him back into the side tonight. Scores his 7th goal for his country. His first ever at the World Cup. And at long, long last, Mexico score. Here's Martin again. A dagger to the heart of Saudi Arabia, who will get a free kick here in a dangerous position after that run from Al-Shadi.
Well, I said, Ian, this half is going to get hectic. And with the introduction of the Mexico goal, it's ignited the Saudis. They know they have to win the game, given the current standings. So both teams going for it, need goals. You're going to see a back and forth affair for the next 40+ minutes.
As things stand, Mexico go to 3rd place in the group. Would be level on points with Poland, but with an inferior goal difference, so they need more still. Al-Dosri is the player who wants to take charge of this. It's an inviting kind of distance. Chance of an instant riposte here for Saudi. Al-Dosri decides not to go for goal. Didn't really work at all. He tried to feed Madu. Played in again. Just needed a more decisive flick from somebody. Didn't get it.
It looked like that first ball went out. Good last-ditch defending, ultimately off the Saudis. And Ian, just to paint the picture now for everybody watching at home, the goal differential between Mexico and Poland is now 2. Mexico would hold the tiebreaker because they've scored more goals. So 2 goals either way, 2 here, Poland getting 2 more goals conceded, or 1 here and 1 there, and Mexico go to 2nd.
Mexico looking for a Houdini-like escape tonight, and it's not impossible, because if Argentina can inflict more damage on Poland's goal difference, that might be a factor too. And if Mexico can add to their own goal tally here, Lozano to play this one in towards Antuna. Geelong. Plot thickens, Landon.
Does it ever? And actually, now I'm just doing the math in my head still. I guess the next tiebreaker would be goals scored. So perhaps it does depend on, my brain's going to explode in a minute here. Perhaps it does depend on if Mexico score the goals or if Poland give up the goals, or some version of a mix of the 2. Since nobody understood that, I'll just be quiet now.
Yeah, we'll be asking questions later. It is complicated. We'll keep you abreast of developments. Of course we will. But Mexico can see a light at the end of the tunnel at the moment after that goal by Henry Martin. Free kick. Some 30 yards out.
And Henry Martin was just more alert than Tambakti here as the ball got cleared. Got the wrong side of Tambakti and he had to pull him down. There's our next yellow card.
Chavez and Pineda hovering over this. It's Chavez! Oh, my word! Oh, my word! Amazing! Goal of the tournament contender right there from Luis Chavez.
If you thought this was too far out to strike it, think again, my friend. Up and down, over the wall, bending away from Alois. This place is absolutely erupted, and Mexico on the brink of a miracle.
What happens next? Chavez had never scored for Mexico before. Fancy doing that, like that, at the World Cup for your first ever international goal. What a change in the mood. Ochoa comes, it's a bit of a flap from him, but it's done the job for Mexico, who improved their goal difference again. And there's only one in it now, just one. If the goal difference goes level, Mexico would go ahead of Poland on goals scored. Are they going to keep up that amazing record of getting to the knockout stages for the 8th time running? It would be if they did it. Saudi Arabia, after their wonderful start against Argentina, in trouble now. Al-Dawsri, though, bit of danger for Mexico. They've got to keep their concentration. Al-Dawsri helps it on again. Al-Shehri attacks it, and then Ferraz with a header.
And this is what it means to play for your country, Ian. As the ball comes in here, Jorge Sanchez throwing his body on the line in the way to make sure no chance for Saudi Arabia. We said before the game, there was an energy in the air outside. As the fans were walking in, you could feel something special was going to happen tonight. And we're witnessing it right now.
I think we can confirm there's nothing wrong with that ball. The way Chavez hit that. Martin chasing again. Mexico now believe. It's a loose clearance. Luis Chavez picks the ball up again. It's had a terrific time of it in the middle of the pitch there, and Orbelin Pineda's made a big difference. Mexico can add to their goals again. They need to, of course. They still need one more. They might get it. And they do get it! A third goal, but the flag's up. It won't count. The flag's up. Lozano puts the ball in the net. And the cheers stick in the throats.
Well, the ball bounces around here. Martin may be offside on the initial one. I think that's what he did call. But Ian, I would be shocked if there's not another goal in this. The Saudis are just cheating up the field. They look shell-shocked right now. And Mexico, with all the confidence, keep going.
I think you make a good point, Landon. They do look shell-shocked. They do look as if they've unraveled a bit, and that might be just the invitation Mexico need as they chase the goals that they require. Al-Shehri deflects off Chavez. This could get very open now. Both teams chasing it. Mexico can't afford to concede one, though.
Just going to say, if Mexico are smart defensively, don't give away anything silly, they are going to get many chances to get the third goal, which would advance them if the results hold in the other game.
They could get a helping hand from Argentina, of course, in the other match. If Argentina score again, that levels up the goal difference over the group. A very exciting finish to Group C.
Tata Martino was livid with that. Michael Oliver called the foul, and Mexico were breaking away. He should have waited a second, let the play continue.
For Tata Martino, this must feel like a spring day at the end of a long, bleak winter, if Mexico can turn this all to joy tonight. Pineda with a lovely ball to Antuna. Madu's challenge. Nothing wrong with that. The referee just gives the corner. Antuna stays down and hopes maybe there might be a different view of this. It's fine.
Looked like he timed it just right, but he had to get it right, and he did.
But Mexico have a corner. Their big defenders will come forward. This stadium drenched in emotion at the moment. Here comes the corner kick. The goalkeeper, who's looked shaky in this half, flapped at that one too.
Alois has had a really poor half. Gets bailed out by Asheri there.
The way things are going with the momentum in the game, it would, you hesitate to say, it almost be a surprise if Mexico couldn't find another goal. There will be opportunities. Can they take them? The green shirts stay forward. Another corner. Lozano wants another ball quickly from somewhere. They're supposed to be circulated. The team who couldn't score, one of only two left going into this game, have got two vital goals. Here comes the corner kick. It's another, let's put it this way, unconventional piece of goalkeeping.
That's kind of it.
Saudi Arabia went into this knowing a win would be enough. Disappointment for their legions of fans who've made the relatively short journey here. Madu with the header. Al-Amri looks to spread the play, but that was a overly ambitious ball. Oh, slipped by Sanchez at an inopportune moment. Dalsri. Group C on a knife edge at the moment.
I think C for chaotic, and I'm loving it.
All the drama you could want. It's probably a bit unwatchable, I think, if you're followers of the fans involved.
Just offside. Just a step.
Yeah. The confirmation. Got sensors in the ball. All kinds of things. Al-Sheri is replaced by Alobod. As they chase goals here, Saudi Arabia trying to put themselves back in business. 57th gap, in fact, for Alobod. Al-Dalsri's cross in.
Service was a good one. This came off the side.
Al-Amri, wasn't it?
Yeah, the side of Al-Amri's head.
Tomorrow on Fox and FS1, Groups E and F finishing up. That's Croatia against Belgium. Big showdown, that one. Belgium could be eliminated with all those good players they have. Canada against Morocco as well. Coverage beginning 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Morocco with that terrific win the other day against Belgium. They will be hopeful on behalf of Africa.
What a terrific look we just got. That free kick again by Luis Chavez. Technique was absolutely sublime.
Just been handed a note that says if Argentina go 2-0 up in their game and this result holds, the tiebreaker would be the team with the best fair play record. We had that at the last World Cup when Japan went through and Senegal went out because they had the inferior fair play record.
You're going to see Tata Martino yelling, "No more fouls!"
Yeah, well.
God, can you imagine? Came down to that.
That would be absolutely extraordinary and a little unsatisfactory, I think, as well. You want it decided in more conventional ways. I mean, that is an if, taken quickly, but referee wants it just pulled back again. Sanchez just looking to steal a march. It's a great effort, this, by Mexico tonight, after all the criticism that they've taken. Gallardo to spread the ball. Lozano again. And a fine performance up front by Martin. Quite apart from his goal, he's worked so hard for the team.
Martin and Pineda have both been very good. Good decisions by Tata Martino.
Looking for that breakthrough again. The referee has a little look at that. Nothing doing, he says.
Yeah, it's interesting, though. Immediately, he told Saudi Arabia to wait. Just wanted to get another look at it.
Just hearing Argentina have scored again, Landon, in the other game. And that news is spreading like wildfire among the Mexican supporters as well. We said the stars had to align for Mexico. They might be doing exactly that. What a turnaround over the last, half an hour or so in this group. Mexico have almost come back from the dead. We've got the calculators out.
Just trying to figure out, how can we know now? We'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'm sure there's some stat nerd at home who's got it all calculated.
As things stand, Argentina have 6 points, Poland and Mexico 4, Saudi Arabia 3. Chavez. Mexico with Lozano. Can they grab another goal here? It's a good run from Lozano! And the goalkeeper is having a iffy time. This time he makes the save, Alois.
Well, that's the flip side for Alois. He's so long and athletic. Full stretch. Don't think it was going in anyway. But you can feel another goal coming in.
Wait a minute, though, at the other end. Ferraz. What drama. What a finish to this group. Nail-chewing moment for Mexico. Saudi Arabian corner. Well defended. It was Martin back helping in the defense that time, by the way. Gallardo doing enough there to stop Alabud. We think Poland have the better fair play record. Mexican have had 10 yellow cards to get one themselves here.
Ian, when people ask me about World Cups and why they're so different, I always say because every play is magnified. Every goal is magnified, and you're seeing that now. Now every yellow card is magnified.
Al Ghanem lays it inside to Al Dawsri. Kanu. Better possession football going on from Saudi Arabia, trying to exert a little more control into this frenetic occasion. One more goal could change everything at one of two venues. Down goes Pineda. Tata Martino, I think, must be thinking, should have played him from the start. His energy and ideas in there have certainly given Mexico another dimension. Hammered away, but not far by that Saudi defense. Drops
and perfectly to him. Just didn't let it come all the way down. You got to let that drop all the way down. Got a little excited. Chances are still coming.
Well, I think that face tells the story, doesn't it? If it doesn't happen for Mexico tonight, he's going to wake up several nights running, reliving that. Hero turned villain there, for the moment anyway. Moreno, look how open the game is now, though. Antuna's gone out to the left-hand side for just a moment. Lozano's gone to the right.
Saudi Arabia have left 3 in the back and everybody else up the field. Again, I'd be shocked if Mexico don't get the 3rd goal they need.
Saudi Arabia looking a little dispirited as well at this point. Chucky Lozano. Another free kick. It's no good, really, the Mexican players getting into the ear of Michael Oliver. He just doesn't listen. He's not interested in any protest from the players. He's been really cool in charge of this tonight.
A bit like my children. Just doesn't listen.
Got to be careful. They might be listening to you, Landon. Probably are.
But they're not listening, unfortunately.
Well, Chavez hit one in from right out here earlier on. He couldn't do it again, could he? No one else is taking it, put it that way. Not when he's done that earlier on. Almost the same blade of grass. It's not bad! Oh! This time a super save from Alois. Well, they've got a free kick specialist there, haven't they, Mexico, in Luis Chavez. Cho has come for that, and yeah, that will do the job.
Well, he nearly did it again, this time to the opposite side. Forces a full stretch out of Alois. Mexico keep knocking on the door.
Nothing that time for Martin, but things are falling his way. And this night of nights, really, in the World Cup. Edson Alvarez. Chavez again, having a stormer in that midfield. Lozano's chasing it. The goalkeeper comes out, collides with his own man, goes down injured. just to reiterate, as things stand, Mexico would go out of the World Cup because they have an inferior fair play record to Poland. That would be a heartbreaker, wouldn't it, for them? Not, of course, for Poland, who are hoping maybe that Robert Lewandowski or somebody can deliver a goal for them. Dalsri going to work with Cano at offside. Algarnham getting involved in a little argument. Michael Oliver has a quick word with him to cool things down. Good luck with that, trying to cool things down around here. Raul Jimenez there. On the left, the striker who's bounced back from injury to play some part, at least, in this World Cup. No goal for him as yet. Could he be the man to deliver it, I wonder? Up goes the flag to frustrate Mexico this time. Off Jimenez as well, for what would be his 98th cap. Now Dalsri looking with Ferraz to play the little 1-2, but again the flag goes up. It's a very open game now. Pineda for Mexico. Lozano towards Martin. Pineda, chance for Mexico! Oh, that close.
The Mexican attacking players are just flirting with that back line of Saudi, trying to time it right. A big, big chance for Pineda here. He'll want that back, just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
It is nerve-shredding, agonizing stuff. No further goals in that other game. Argentina 2 up. Poland have picked up a yellow card, but they can afford that. Mexico have got way more. Off comes Pineda, who's played a really good game tonight, and Martin as well. On come Rodriguez and Raul Jimenez. Incidentally, today's referee, Michael Oliver, was the referee on that horrible night when Jimenez fractured his skull in an Arsenal v Wolves game.
Well, what a story this would be if Raul Jimenez came in and finished the job here for Mexico to send them through.
Wouldn't it just? Jimenez has been through a lot, but people saying he's not quite the same since the injury, which would be understandable. But here's Lozano. And Antuna couldn't finish it.
Looked like a handball.
Jimenez goes down. They're claiming that there's been a handball. Mexico, the play goes on for the moment. Seemed they had to get that third goal there. Here's Rodriguez with his first involvement, the substitute. That Saudi defense is all over the place now. Chavez, they look out on their feet, Saudi Arabia. Always gets it away. Is frenetic. Edson Alvarez with the volley.
There's the volley from Alvarez. Like to see that earlier one again. Obviously they're checking it, so it must not have hit his hand.
Well, if Mexico do this, it's going to be a night that goes down in the folklore of their footballing country. If the time is ticking away here, and in the Argentina-Poland game, Al Ghanem for Saudi Arabia, who must have wondered if this was going to be a golden year for them when they beat Argentina in this very stadium. As things stand, they're going out unless they can come up with something dramatic. But in all honesty, at the moment, Mexico is the story. Montes with the header. Lozano, he's been terrific at the heart of everything they've done. Al-Dawsri can bring it away here. There's a lot of space around.
Well, if you're a neutral observer, it doesn't get better than this. Back and forth, end to end, both teams attacking. It's beautiful to watch.
Saudi building again here. Al-Dawsri.
They've hardly had a kick of the ball in the Mexican attacking half. Thumbs up their night.
Lozano, he's through here. He's got the speed to get away from these as well. Goes down, looks round. The referee gives the free kick. And it's outside the box. That will be looked at to see if it did stray onto the line. Madu yellow. What's that? Oh, about a foot outside.
It's that man, Luis Chavez, once again.
More difficult, isn't it? That much nearer, because he's got to get that ball up and down much more quickly.
My guess here, Ian, is that he goes to the far post, to Alois's side, make him make a save.
And Chavez again.
He just gave them a look to the guys in the wall. I think he was saying, watch out, I'm going to that side, so make sure it doesn't hit you.
Can they get it past that wall? They've got the decoys in there. It's a better angle for Chavez's left foot than Lozano's right. Stadium holds its breath. It's Chavez, and the wall does its job. Rodriguez to play it in again. It's not a good cross from him, though, and it allows Saudi Arabia to stage a bit of a break with Ferraz.
Well, a good recovery in the end by Charlie Rodriguez, but an absolute no-no. You have that many guys in the box. Here's a look at that chance. Cannot leave the ball short, and he did. Almost got punished.
Times only Alois has stood between Mexico and a surprise chance to advance to the round of 16. There wasn't much sign of life from them really in the first half. They put a lot of energy in, but nothing really happened. A lot's happened in the second half. Al-Amri is the player down there. Looks like it's going to be Argentina against Australia in the round of 16. Lozano. Jimenez. Kept it alive. Sanchez with the cross in. It's a disappointing cross, really, with a lot of green shirts to aim at. Brilliantly won back by Edson Alvarez. Jorge Sanchez. Fighting like tigers here, Mexico, for every ball. Chavez dances through. The referee's whistle had gone, though, for an earlier infringement. It is a Saudi free kick, so there was no question of not playing an advantage.
And Sanchez just slides into Abdul Hamid there. Maybe a little harsh, Michael Oliver.
Clock here ticking around towards 85 minutes. We know there'll be a fair bit added on. There always is. There's probably about 10 minutes of football left here. And of course, we're keeping a very close eye on developments in the other game too, to see whether another goal for Argentina will tilt the balance Mexico's way.
And Mexico are prepping Funes Mori to come in. It's an absolute killer in front of the goal. Try to give them one more attacking option.
He's coming on any moment. Selection was a little bit controversial for some of the Mexican fans. So it would be ironic if he was the one who delivered for them. Out to Antuna. Let's come back to the right-hand side. Crossing hasn't been great from Mexico. Needs to be better. They've made a bit of a mess of that attack, really. Two changes coming up. Rogelio Funes Mori of Monterrey coming on for his 17th cap. He's got 6 goals for his country. Tata Martino wonders if his team can get out of jail tonight. And Kevin Alvarez as well started the last game against Argentina. Chavez to spread the play. Can't keep it in. Just about stays in play. As things stand, both of these two teams will be going out of the World Cup. Another change coming up for Saudi Arabia in a moment. Hatan Babri's going to come on for them, but wait a minute, here's Antuna! Antuna! Magic for Mexico! But the play is going to be pulled back. It's not going to count. The flag is up. And that breaks Mexican hearts. Let's look at this again.
Yeah, just a couple steps offside. Linesman absolutely got it right.
Don't need diagrams for that. It was definitely offside. Could there be any more drama than this, really, by way of a finish to a group? Off comes Al Ghanem. It's been a disappointing night for Saudi Arabia. Montes just a little bit free with the challenge. Seen it all in his long career. Remember, he delivered an MLS title with Atlanta back in 2018. His native country have done him a bit of a favour. Can they do him more? But here's Lozano again. Lozano to get the block in. Referee's seen a hand in there, I think. Not quite clear what Mike Oliver's given here. Let's look at this again.
Yeah, here's the strike from Funes Mori. Hits him in the chest.
Yeah.
And I think by the letter of the law, unless it hits them in the head and they think it's a concussion, supposed to let the play continue, but you've seen referees increasingly stop that. It's frustrating for Mexico. They were in on goal there.
Yeah, it definitely was in the chest. There's confirmation. as if we needed it, that Antuna was offside. There's no hard luck story for Mexico really there. I think he could see his name up in tomorrow morning's headlines in Mexico City, couldn't he, Antuna there?
Well, probably for the next few years he could.
Yeah. Still time. Madu's all right again. I can tell you that in the other game, Poland have just cleared off the line. Still 2-0. It looks like Mexico are going to fall agonizingly short by virtue of an inferior fair play record.
We're watching the other game, and Argentina just had a massive chance to make it 3.
Jimenez. Just needs a little bit of quality. There might be one more moment, you sense, in both of the games. It's going to be 7 minutes of added time as well. We're into that now. Not long towards Funes Mori, who goes down. It's going to be another free kick to Mexico in Chavez territory.
And yet another yellow card, Saudi Arabia.
Al-Amri is the latest to go in the book. That's pretty academic now. Now then. Might this be the Mexican moment? Chavez is there again. And so too Lozano. They've delivered one spectacular strike tonight. Mexico. It's Lozano this time! Oace saw it late but managed to beat it away. Mexican supporters behind that goal, almost trying to suck the ball in. Chavez with the corner kick. With the near post flick on that time, another corner kick. The tension here is just about unbearable.
It's palpable, you can feel it in the stadium.
And the kick's a poor one, doesn't beat the first defender. Gallardo. Lozano again. Play on, says the referee. Thought Lozano was looking for that. Saudi Arabia can't keep the football though. Still no further developments in that other game. 2-0 to Argentina. Poland, as things stand, going through by virtue of a better fair play record. Alvarez going all the way here, crosses it just behind the raft of strikers who'd come forward, and Lozano again. It's a hurried finish this time from him.
He's going to see this in his nightmares. Gets to a great spot towards the middle of the box. Just can't get it on goal.
And Henry Martin's going to see that huge chance he had as well on the volley and ballooned over. The Argentina game has finished. There's nothing more that can be done there. 2-0 to Argentina. Extraordinary finish here, and still a bit of time as Montez wins the header. And you join us here with Mexico needing a goal to go through. They're going out on the fair play record behind Poland at the moment. What an amazing drama it has been. Ferras on the attack for Saudi Arabia, who are on their way out of the World Cup in the stadium where they beat Argentina. Al-Dawsri here plays the 1-2. Can he finish it off? He does! Al-Dawsri, and that kills Mexican hopes. Stone dead. A cruel and agonizing finish for Mexico, who've had the chances to have revived their ailing campaign tonight.
Well, the Mexican back line have done such a good job keeping them in the game and putting out the fires quickly to allow their attacking players to continue on. But this time they can't. A really calm finish from Al-Dawsri. You have to think that's the end for both of these teams now, Ian.
And it goes back to Poland having the superior goal difference now as well, even though Mexico have drawn level on points with them tonight. And Tuna with the cross, they still live in hope. The goalkeepers performed some pretty crazy antics in this half, but somehow he's not conceded more than twice. Henry Martin with the first goal for Mexico, and a thunderous, brilliant free kick from Luis Chavez made it 2. And you thought then that Mexico would go on to get more goals. It hasn't quite happened for them.
Yeah, but they still only need 1 goal, Ian. Because if they score another goal, they would go up on goals scored. So it's basically, well, not basically, it's still the same. They need 1 more goal.
Just to clarify that, okay. Ever-changing mathematics.
Yeah, I didn't finish high school. This is making my brain hurt.
Kevin Alvarez with that throw-in. Yeah, the maths stay the same. Ferras is going to chase this. Ochoa will launch it downfield for now desperate Mexico. Off goes Lozano, who's been at the heart of everything. They have to foul him, wants to take it very, very quickly, which he does. Michael Oliver wants it taken from the exact blade of grass, to Mexico's frustration. Yellow card for Barbary amid all of that. Up towards Montez, who wins the header. Eloise, ball dropping down. It looked like the goalkeeper was fouled. That is the decision.
Yeah, definitely a foul. That's all she wrote in.
And that is it. Mexico are out. After 7 consecutive runs to the knockout stages, they're knocked out in the group stage for the first time since 1978. It was in many ways a heroic effort from them in the second half. They went 2 up. They just needed another goal. They couldn't find it. They conceded a late goal to Saudi Arabia, to Aldoue. Wow. What a night, Landon.
I'm exhausted. I'm sure the players are exhausted. The fans are. Emotional, exciting, but ultimately these 2 teams are heading home.
Argentina against Australia and Poland against France will be the resulting lineups in the round of 16 from this unbearably tense night here at Lusail.